Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Eddy Kovac coming to you from Denver, Colorado. I just wanted to talk to you guys today about Zoom and tap classes. I've been listening to a lot of questions. I've been fielding a lot of questions, rather, and I've been hearing a lot of chatter. A lot of people have reached out to me directly. I've been watching the threads on all of the social medias. I had my own little rant. Let's be honest. I don't like Zoom. I really don't. I think it's garbage. I think we're doing what we have to do, but it's not intended for the purpose that we're using it. So anyway, it's, that's just my own personal feeling. I just don't like it. I wish there was a better tool, but again, based on the way we're using it, I don't really necessarily know there is a good tool for us to use for live classes. That being said, what I will tell you is that I have figured out and kind of figured some workarounds. So let's dive into it. Let me open Zoom here real quick. I'm going to go ahead and start a meeting. With the meeting, I'm going to go ahead and let me stretch this out a little bit. I'm going to join with my computer audio. Let me stretch this out a little bit here. Now, the first thing I want you guys to understand is that in order to really with Zoom has this feature built into it where it's got noise suppression for background noises, because it's really built for audio conferencing for businesses. So in order to get it so that you can be heard and you can also recommend to your students and help your students do this, the first thing you want to do is go into audio settings, and there's this automatically adjust microphone volume. That's going to be defaulted with a check mark in it. You want to uncheck that, and then you want to turn your microphone all the way up. After you do that, you go into the advanced settings here, and you're going to have this suppress persistent background noise. This is going to be set to auto. So you want to uncheck, you want to drop down and hit disable. And then the same thing for this suppress intermittent background noise. Again, it's going to be auto. It's going to be set to auto. You want to go ahead and disable that. All right, so then once you have that taken care of, the next thing that you kind of want to do is really deal with your music. Now, what I do is I use iTunes. So if I were to open up iTunes, you'd be able to see it. But in order to get the music to come out of your sound card in your computer, so that your kids can hear it, or so that students can hear it the way that you hear it, and not through the speaker, through the speakers and echo through the room and into the microphone, so it sounds muffled, so they hear it kind of direct. You want to share. So down here at the bottom, let me do it again. So down here at the bottom, you want to click share, and then you want to go into advanced. Now, before you check this is the box, the music and computer sound only box. Before you check that, you want to come down here and you want to share computer sound. And then, just for the sake of argument, I go optimize screen share for a video clip. And then I click on that, and then I hit share. And what's going to happen is that's going to allow the students to hear the music as it comes directly through the speakers. So kind of like they have the speakers plugged directly into the computer, that's how they're going to hear it, okay? Now, a little pro tip, what I found in teaching tap, one of the things that really bothered me, let me actually come up on video here. So one of the things that always bothered me about tap and learning video was a lot of really good teachers out there, but not very many of them actually did like multiple cameras so you could see their body and their face. Shelby Kaufman's the one that actually turned me on to that little trick. And so I actually use two cameras when I teach. I use my FaceTime camera, which is the one you guys are looking at me through. And then if you click right here, you're going to see that I have this USB camera. Now, this USB camera that I've got is this little itty bitty, it's a little tiny Logitech high definition camera, low high definition webcam. I put it on the floor, and what you're going to see when I click on it is there's my shoes. So that would basically be my feet. Now, let me show you this other one. Another little pro tip. In the video settings, there's this little box right here that's checked. That's mirror my video. That's not checked by default. And what you're going to see is that this is my right foot. You're looking at it on the left. And this is my left foot. You're looking at it on the right. So if you check that box when you turn around, right foot, left foot, right foot, left foot. So it basically lets them see you the way you are. So those are the little pro tips that I give you guys. The other thing I'll tell you is that I use a blue snowball, and you can see it here listed. I'm using it through my computer sound right now, so it doesn't really matter that I click it, but I just check that, and then the blue snowball picks up the sound better than my computer sound. The last thing that I wanted to talk to you guys about is, in this meeting here, the last thing that I wanted to talk to you guys about, and that I really found kind of annoying, was the fact that through Zoom, well, and I think this is pretty much for anything, but I would get a lot of lag, or not a lot of lag. We'll talk about the lag in a second. That's a whole different issue. But I would get a lot of echo, and what I was finding is the students were getting echo as well. Now, over there on my wall, you can't, if you watch any of my videos, you'll see it. But over there on the wall in my studio, I got a 32-inch TV. It's an LG. Works perfect for what I need it for. Allows me to see the students so I don't have to like come down to my computer, but allows me to see the students. But what I was finding is when I was playing the sound through there, and that's part of the other reason why, I was playing the sound through there, and the sound would echo, so they'd have the microphone or the music coming through the computer, and then they'd have it coming through the microphone as well. So they were getting really bad echo. And so I decided headphones. Yeah, the problem with that is wireless headphones. I don't know if you guys know this or not, but the way Bluetooth technology works is there's a small delay between what you hear and what's actually being played. So when you're recording and you've got your headphones in, you're going to look like you're off. And I really don't know that you can fix that. Now, what I decided to do, I went ahead and just bit the bullet. I went out and bought a little inexpensive pair. I can't say cheap because they're not cheap. They're decent headphones. But I went and bought a pair of little skull candies, no microphone, just a set of headphones. And then I bought a 25-foot adapter cable that's got the male end 3.5 millimeter and then the female end 3.5 millimeter. I plug the male end into my TV, plug the female into my headphones, run the headphones up through my shirt, put them in my back, and then I stick the adapter end in my pocket. So that just allows me to hear the sound without it echoing out, so the kids get the benefit of my voice, my feet, and the music as if it's all coming from one source versus having all of this different echo. So that's the way that I set my stuff up. The tool that I use to record this is a little bit of a different tool. We'll get into that. The last piece that I wanted to talk to you about is a piece that you can't do anything about. So understand this. You're going to hear, but Mr. Eddy, you're off. You're not dancing to the music when you really are dancing to the music. And you're going to be looking at them, and they're not going to be dancing to the music either because you hear the music the way you hear it, and they hear the music the way they hear it. Now, there's about a 1 to 5 second delay between the music leaving your computer and the music hitting their end. And you can't do anything about that either. That has to do with network traffic. And so when they're hearing the music, they hear the music correctly, and they're probably dancing to it on time. The other piece of that is that if you've got a big class, you're going to notice that you've got students that are dancing kind of all over the place, and none of them are on time. And I've even seen in my own classes, I've seen students that have had as much as an 8 count to 10 count difference between each student. So, and I've also noticed that happens more the bigger the class I get. So if I've got 2 students in class, it's not so bad. I get 3 students, 5 students, 10 students in class, it starts to get a little sketchy. And so when you understand that, you understand that factor, you can't really do anything about it. Now, what you can do about the lag on your end as a teacher is that you can do everything you could possibly can to get your computer plugged directly into your modem or your router. Okay? Now, if you don't know what that is, I'm sorry, you don't need to be on the internet. If you don't know what a modem or router is, you don't really need to be on the internet. So that's just my opinion. That being said, I actually, in my house, I went and I ran an internet cable from my house, my outside box where the junction box is. I drilled a hole through the wall and I ran the cable down. Did it myself. I got skills like that. I ran the cable down to my basement myself, and I brought my modem down to the basement so I could plug directly in and stream because I was having a hard time. So I moved my modem downstairs. I hardline directly into my computer. I plug into my TV. I run 2 cameras, and I use a snowball. And that's really kind of how I do it. And so I hope this video was helpful. I hope that it made sense. I hope that you got something out of it, and I hope that you can use it and apply it. If you have any questions, I'd love to hear your comments. Please go down and comment in the comments here. Give me a like, give me a smiley face, a heart, whatever. And if you have any questions, by all means, reach out to me. If you click on my picture if you click on my profile picture, go to my professional page, and you can follow me there. I'd love to engage with you there. That's where I post a lot of my dance stuff. But I'd love to hear from you. I also posted this whole thing in a really long blog on milehighcitytapdancefestival.com in the blog there. So you can go and check it out. It's got screenshots and everything. And so I'd love to have you there. And by all means, with the milehighcitytapdancefestival.com, go there and sign up. Log in and create an account. Become a member. And it doesn't cost anything. Just be a member of our community. Especially if you're a tap dancer, post your bio there. Post your headshot there. You can use it to post links to your videos. As the executive director, I just want to know the community. So I hope this was helpful again. And I look forward to your comments. And you know what? Stay healthy, my friends. Stay healthy. All right. Have a good day. Have a good night. Bye.